Everyone's trying to go green these days, but does it ever seem like the more eco-friendly you try to become, the more the green message seems confusing and frustrating? Even voicing support for renewable energy doesn't seem to be green enough anymore. Angry environmentalists are protesting wind farms and solar power plants, complaining that they're being developed on pristine lands. Why is it that no matter what sacrifices you make to try to reduce your environmental footprint, it never seems to be enough? Well, consider why it is that you have an environmental footprint in the first place. Everything we do to sustain our lives has an impact on nature. Every value we create to advance our well-being, every ounce of food we grow, every structure we build, every iPhone we manufacture, is produced by extracting raw materials and reshaping them to serve our needs. Every good thing in our lives comes from altering nature for our own benefit. This is why people in India and China are doing everything they can to increase their footprint, to build more cars and more computers, better roads, new factories, power plants, and hospitals. So it shouldn't be any surprise that nothing you do to try to lighten your footprint will ever be good enough. So long as you're still alive, no amount of green penance can fully erase your guilt. The only way to really leave no footprint would be to die. We need to recognize that it's the essence of human survival to reshape nature for our own benefit.
And the more people you have, the more pollution you'll have. See, that won't get better. But we can make more food, but we cannot make more space to absorb the pollutants.
If we switch totally to solar energy, would we be able to have an increased population?
Well, you can figure that out, which I can't do offhand. Sure, it could be more than we have now. But remember, if you change entirely to solar energy, it means a fair share of your land area will be covered up by solar collectors, which means you can't use it for some other purpose. I mean, the deserts, for example, would be fine places to put solar collectors. That means you can't have them for recreation areas.
And they're beautiful left natural right now.
That's right. They won't be beautiful by the time they get covered with solar collectors.
So we're trading off aesthetics for a standard of living.
That's right. And aesthetics are part of the standards of living. So this is the sort of thing we have to face, is realize we can't have everything we want, can't have all the goodies simultaneously. We trade one for another. We can't have them all together.
What would be your vision of a world that is ecological?
Well, see, there you get into a matter of personal taste and personal prejudices. It happens that I like sort of essentially outdoors and rural sort of environments. I wouldn't be happy living on Manhattan. I've been there frequently and so on, but I don't want to live there. I don't think anybody should live there. But there are many people who are petrified when they get out in a wilderness area. They think, oh, what a terrible place to be. So there are differences of opinion, but I suppose what one has to say in general is we ought to have the option of wilderness areas and wild areas for those people who want it. And the more population we have, the greater the population, the smaller percentage can even have that option.